What's up, gang? Wagwan to the mandem. So today we are heading to Taos. And guess what this is? This is the Rio Grande. So we're currently in the gorge on our way to Taos. We drove from Albuquerque, went through Santa Fe, and then where else did we go through? Espanola, and now we are about 30 minutes from Taos. Let's get guanin', as we would say in the UK. Wagwan, let's guan mute. Well, everything's in adobe style.
Yeah.
But I did read that there's no chains, but yeah, I'm seeing loads of chains. You know, like Sonic's, McDonald's, Smith's, Big Five, like. So yeah, clearly they wiggled their way in.
McDonald's!
I know, right? McDonald's Taos. But look, even the McDonald's building is like the Pueblo style.
We are at the historic Taos Inn, which is historic from the 1800s, 1808. And so we're gonna head to our room right now. Ooh. Yes! Oh, I love a little fireplace. Cute. This is a cute room, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, definitely not a king. Definitely not a king. Very New Mexican. It even smells New Mexican. And I know that smell very well. Okay, so the plan is we're gonna get some food and then we're gonna start exploring Taos. A lot of history here, okay? It's older than most cities in America. It's been one of the longest inhabited cities in all of the USA.
1,000 years.
Yeah, over 1,000 years, that's right. So yeah, a lot to see, a lot to do, a lot to see and do, and a lot to explore. And the mix of culture is gonna be most interesting for me. From hippies, Native Americans, Pueblo Indians, Mexicans, Americans. Taos has it all.
Pat Woodall Fine Art.
So our hotel is pretty close to the plaza,
Like,
which is great. So
across
there's
the
our
road.
hotel. Feels like we've stepped back into time, you know?
Yeah.
Like an old city in the Wild West. That's what it feels like. And boom, it is nighttime in Taos, and it's a Sunday night, and there is literally no one, but what a cute Christmas vibe it is. And just so you know, for New Mexican Christmases, we have luminarias, which are usually like a bag, usually it's a brown paper bag, and then it has a candle in it on the inside with some sand that keeps it down. And a lot of houses in New Mexico will line their front yards with this. You can see it all over. See this hotel, La Fonda, you see it on the roofs here. It goes really nicely with the adobe structures. Okay, so for the plan tonight, we are going to a very sought after restaurant here in Taos that many locals have made this recommendation to go to. It is called the Love Apple. And let me tell you, it's a Sunday night and clearly no one's around, and I made a reservation and they could only get us in at 8:30. So this place is gonna be amazing. Also, they only take cash, so FYI, if you're going, they only take cash. But yeah, everyone's talking this place up, so we have to see how good it is, right, Keenan? Are you excited? I'm excited too. I actually like this nighttime, no one's here vibe in Taos. It's a bit spooky, isn't it? They say it's a spiritual vortex over here.
But yeah.
What are you saying? Taos has like one of the biggest off-the-grid communities in the U.S. So I think Keenan spoke about this earlier.
So
the Earth ships.
Yeah, they
exist here.
they invented the earth shit. And that basically means a home is completely self-sufficient and it doesn't pay any bills.
Wow.
So it's like, apparently they say there's no electricity in those homes. They're collecting rainwater and filtering it. And they're just any means possible to growing their own food, stuff like that, you know?
We need to get cash because this restaurant that we're going to only takes cash. And not only
Lodging
that,
tax.
yeah, probably. Not only that, I was looking up ATMs. There's not one in the center, and there's all these like Bitcoin ATMs here in Taos. So I'm not sure what that's about. I was really surprised to see that.
They're probably trying to like let people with money but in Bitcoin come in here because those people want to be off grid too.
Ooh.
So they give them an option to like come here, spend your tax-free Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe everyone's dodging taxes here in Taos. I could see it.
stay off grid. So guess what happened? So we're going to this place, yeah, and they say cash only, okay? So we're trying to find cash points, and basically every ATM we find is like a Bitcoin ATM or a coin stop ATM. So we finally find somewhere, we pull in, I run in, and I try all of our cards, and we've got the wrong PIN numbers, and then my UK card isn't working. So then I'm like, oh my god, we gotta go back. So we're running late. We gotta be at this place in like 10 minutes, right? So I pull out quickly to go back to the hotel. And Mackenzie's like, drive faster. And like, just as she says that, the lights changing red. So I like put my foot down. Well, I said to her, I said, look, I don't want to break the law. But anyway, I put my foot down, go past the light. What happens? Fucking red lights come on. And police pull me over. And we like, Mackenzie's freaking out. Turns out I didn't turn my side lights on.
So it wasn't because of me.
Well, I didn't say it was because of you, but it was just funny how I was like, I don't want to break the law, and I
you were
run a red
breaking
light, and then I get pulled over for side lights like a second later.
Yes. We got the cash. We're here, and it's very cute. This place is very tiny. It's just a room. It's just a room. And like I said, it is a Sunday night at 8:30, and it's packed. Wow. Wow. That was great. The cherry compote on his fish. That was really good.
This is like the flavors here complement each other so well that everything's incredible.
Yeah. Okay, so we are now headed to the Taos Pueblo. How exciting. Thousands of years ago, people were living here, and still today, we just met somebody who lives here.
But we're not allowed to film inside the buildings because
Yeah.
they're still homes.
Exactly. So,
Still homes.
yeah, so this is really, really exciting to see a place that's older than most countries. This is amazing, isn't it? So they said that the single buildings, the single leveled buildings are over 100 years ago, but when you see multi-story, that is over
1,000 years.
That is unbelievable. This is so cool. True adobe.
The Taos Pueblo is an ancient Native American community in northern New Mexico and one of the oldest continuously inhabited places in all of North America. For more than 1,000 years, its people have preserved their land, culture, and traditions despite waves of outside control, including Spanish colonization, Mexican rule, and later the United States expansion. The Taos people resisted forced conversion, defended their territory, and played a central role in events such as the Pueblo Revolt of 1680 against the Spanish colonizers.
It feels like, first of all, we're in a Western movie. Number two, it feels like I'm in a painting. I can't believe this is even real still. They've preserved it. They've preserved it for 1,000 years. It's amazing.
Look at these views. Look in front of us. Show the river.
So this water is sacred. You're not supposed to touch it or drink from it because
And
it's
it's
their
naturally
sacred water.
purified, so we don't have to boil it to drink it. We can just drink it.
Yeah.
And then look at that mountain. So they hunt bear, deer,
rabbit,
rabbit,
fish.
Did they say otters?
No, fish.
Oh, beavers.
Beavers.
Yeah.
And it
Fish and
comes,
beavers.
all this water comes from the Sangre de Cristo mountain right over here. So it runs down. And I believe this is their land as well still. So we're definitely learning a lot, and the people here are so friendly, and they're willing to share a lot about their culture. Obviously there's a lot they can't share and they don't want to share, just given the history, but this is one of the most preserved pueblos in all of the United States. And obviously, like, this is one of the few places where the indigenous people were not, their land was not taken from them. So this is their ancestral homes over 1,000 years. That's why it's not technically a reservation. They speak Tiwa here, and they don't want to give too much away in terms of their religion, of course, and then also language as well, but they're finding ways to record the language so it can be passed down. As our final stop in Taos, we are at the Rio Grande Gorge, where there is a very, very, very deep gorge down there. Let me show you. And as you can see, we just drove on this bridge here. And it's weird because I've been here years ago, and you were actually in the past you were able to walk on that bridge, but now you're not, and I think it's because a few people every year jump off, and one person I think a couple days ago jumped off. I was so nervous when we were driving on that bridge over there. I was like freaking out because I didn't want to look down or anything like that. So deep, and Keenan was like, oh.
I drove towards the bridge and I went, whoa!
Which is not funny. I think that's not funny at all, but I was really freaking out.
Drive this off the bridge.
I know you're not, but everyone, you can make an accident if you're messing around, okay, Keenan? Keenan's gonna drone it out, old school stats. Well, that wraps up our Taos trip. Very exciting.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, it was. What was your favorite part of it?
The food that I ate that night in Love Apple. That was incredible.
Your fish was incredible.
It was sublime. And then obviously I really enjoyed like the architecture and seeing the pueblos. It's like you can kind of like dream of another life when you're there.
Yeah.
Completely different life to what we're used to. You know?
Mm-hmm. My favorite part was definitely doing the Pueblo tour. They're called the Red Willow Tribe.
So they were the only indigenous tribe to fight off, what did they call them? Colonial invaders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that guy Pope, he like managed to get, I think it was like 19 tribes.
Yeah, all the 19 Pueblos.
To work together to fight them off. And they were sending messages by running from tribe to tribe. So they essentially ran from Taos to Arizona. So back a long time ago when this place was inhabited by thousands of tribal people and the lands were tribal lands, other tribes would like try to pillage different tribes.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd come in, they tried to take their food, their crops, and sometimes even their women and children. So the way they used to defend themselves, they had no windows, they had no doors. On the top of their buildings, they had like a hole, and there would be like a ladder you climb up, and that's how you get into your house. So if the war chief like spotted invaders, like other tribes coming to steal stuff off them, they'd like sound an alarm, and then everyone would like climb into their homes and
remove
then remove the ladder and then defend their area from their rooftops.
Yeah.
So that was the only way people could get in.
That was cool to me. That was really cool. Hey, look, there's Camel Rock. Camel Rock. Woohoo. In all its camel glory, right? Well, we could go back, and I think next time we go back, we want to go see one of those earth ships, those houses that live off grid. We want to go to, do a tour. We want to go to Ojo Caliente, which is the natural hot springs over there as well.
We met a guy in the Pueblos who obviously is a native, and he lives there, and he has his own home and everything, and he sells crafts. He actually runs tours, but like off the beaten track style tours, where you go out into like the wilderness and you explore like more deeply into
I think they hunt
native,
buffalo.
into a native. They explore more deeply into the native culture. So that would be something I'd like to do when we go back.
Yeah.
Top it off with a Sparrow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things to do and see. So we're gonna come back to Taos. We really liked it. Anyways, thanks for watching.
Ciao.